here, which is why I'm here waving my arms around and talking a lot. That's lovely news. And as I said, we're live, so that's good. We've reminded you of that. So this is the open meeting, like I said. This is an opportunity for all of the wonderful, beautiful people who have volunteered to organise our groups for our Samhuinn festival to come up and tell you all about their ideas, what they're doing, and how you can get involved. But before we do that, we're going to cover a couple of other things first, because I just said a load of jargon, and I know there are some new people here, potential new members, so we're going to kind of do a little bit of an introduction to the society and what it is that we do. So, we are the Beltane Fire Society, and the way I would summarise it really in tiny court is we are a community of storytellers. We come together a couple of times a year and we put on these festivals that we do. We tell really big stories. Our festivals are modern reinterpretations of traditional Celtic rituals that reflect and mark the changing of the seasons. What we do is completely different to what they would have done years ago, but we've taken those core concepts and we reimagine them in a kind of much more modern theatrical street theatre kind of way. And they are really big stories. We will have up to a couple of hundred people. We will take over a hilltop or we'll parade through the streets of Edinburgh. We will dress up in outlandish costumes and cover ourselves in paint, and there will be fire and drums and acrobatics that will all be very exciting. And literally thousands of people will come to witness what we do. So it is big. It is very cool. And that's the nutshell, that's the context of what you're potentially getting yourself into. That obviously takes a lot of organisation to do. So I'm going to briefly hand over to some of the people who do that organisation and make it all happen. So first we're going to hear briefly from the board. I have a gong. Everybody gets 2 minutes, including them. If they go over 2 minutes, they get gonged. And I don't know how loud it is. It might kill us all. So it's a lot of pressure. Good luck.
Hello. We're your board. Hello. For those who are new and don't know what that means, the board is a collection of BFS members who have volunteered their time and energy and life force to running the society, the sort of practical elements and the logistical elements, and putting together the festivals and making sure things are above board, also planned and safe. I am Sammy. I am the chair right now. Sophie, I'm the vice chair and secretary.
I'm Stu, I'm the sysadmin and just generally board member at large. Sometimes so.
We have an additional 2 board members who are not with us. They are here in spirit, floating around. One of them is my niece, who is our green man, it's our last Beltane, who is our festival secretary and has organised this event for all of you today. And our other board member, Citri, is our treasurer, and Citri is away at the moment playing drums, and it's all very exciting, and Citri is also kind of floating around. We won't take up much of your time because we know we've got a lot to get through today, but if you have any questions or queries, concerns, you want a friendly face to chat to about the society and how it works and what goes on, we are over in that corner. Please come and have a chat, say hi, we don't bite unless you want us to.
Those 2 are over in that corner. I will be somewhere else.
Oh yes. So come and say hi, and thank you for coming. We're really excited to get things going for this Samhuinn. Thank you. Thank you.
2 seconds left. Very good. Right. There is also another group of people that help to organise things, and I'm going to leave it to them to explain why. Please welcome the Blues!
festival. My name is Mari, this is Seri, we have John, Sarah and James.
For anyone who's new, the Blues are people who've been involved in this festival for a long time, and our role is to kind of hold the collective memory, as it were. So remember something that happened in, 2012 that one time, and help the rest of the society remember it.
Sorry. Hello. Very good. I can start that. We are here to support the Geos, and all of you in making your stories come alive, partly by remembering how it was done the last time someone suggested the same cool thing, and partly by just having a sort of big picture over everybody's stories to make everything fit nicely together.
We tend to wear blue. And on the night of the festival we will be in blue pins with proper hair and some ritually significant sticks.
We also fix things. Hopefully not very often, but whenever it needs fixed, we will fix it. You can come and ask us things. If there's a problem, you can come and talk to us. If it all gets really weird, we will fix it. Sticks and gaffer tape and persuasion. Tea, lots of tea. Lots of tea.
I think that's it.
Just in the nick of I didn't lose you, it's 15 seconds. Right, so that's basically Bartay and the people who are organising what we do. That's good. You've all learned something now, unless you've already knew all that. What we are here specifically for today is our Samhuinn festival. So that's happening at the end of October. Yes, it is very exciting. It's happening at the end of October, and Samhuinn is about the coming of winter and the end of summer. That's the bit of the seasonal cycle that we're looking at. We're focusing on what all our themes are. And this festival always has three main figures. We've got the Summer King and the Winter King, who represent summer and winter, and the kayak, who's a little bit more complicated than that. So I'm going to ask Lindsay, who is the kayak, to come up and talk about that for a brief amount of time.
I am the force of nature, raw, raging, unrestrained. I am clarity, daring, and grace. Bleak truth that sweeps away pretense. Dissolving convention, I leave you naked in your skin. I am first snowfall of the waning years. White strands amongst the grey, stark, slumbering nature. Your surrender to winter and wisdom's embrace. I have the pleasure, the privilege, and the responsibility of portraying this year's dark goddess, the Kayak, or Kayak, or Kayak, or Kayak, or Kayaks. For those of you who don't know who she is ancient and ageless, a crow deity who resides over winter, its storms, and the wilderness itself. She represents death, the life that is sustained through death, and she holds space for life yet to come. She is described as being a creator, a destroyer, an artisan, even a midwife. No pressure. In the eternal cycle of life and death, she is also the catalyst for renewal. And this year, that is the aspect of her that I'm hoping to tune into. But who knows? I'm still getting to know her. And hopefully I will also get to know all of you when I come and visit all the wonderful groups that we come to be in. I wish you a wonderful Samhuinn experience. And, oh yeah, she brings me Let's make it a festival.
Right, we would hear from the Summer King and Winter King, but they're not here. But they are represented by other things and people.
I'll go first on this side. Please puppeteer accordingly. Hello! My name is Yvonne. This is not actually me, but wouldn't that be cool if this is how I looked? Sea Dragon. This year I will be embodying the spirit of Summer King. I intend for him to be a very larger-than-life character whose power has gone straight to his head. He lives a very hedonistic lifestyle and just doesn't want the party to end. In that spirit, this weekend I caught wind of a festival and was told I could play with fire, so I am already getting into character. I hope you understand. I don't want the summer party to end, and I will fight to the bitter end to defend my throne. I'm very much in denial that summer's time is coming to an end. But if you love summer as much as I do, then join a summer group and stand with me as we take on the dark but cold forces of winter. P.S. Winter sucks. Blow raspberry at visual representation of James.
Second time lucky, I guess.
You can do it.
You're not doing it again, are you, John?
Okay, it's a very short thing, last 2 minutes though. I am the joy of crispy, snowy mornings, fresh starts, the excitement of snowy adventures. I am the misery of short, bleak days and long, friendless, dark nights, the depression that follows. Known to some as the Lord of Misrule, to others the Winter King, you will know me when I arrive. I support the Kaya as she makes her difficult transition into the new season, the heartache she suffers knowing that one of her beloved must die in order to be reborn. I am the bringer of that death. Summer must end. It is my time now, and I carry the burden of knowledge that I too must die when my time is done. This is the cycle, these are the seasons, and we are the names in this never-ending play. Die, be reborn, die again. And then on a tune. He says, I'm grateful to be able to reconnect with old friends, and for those of you I haven't yet met, I look forward to knowing you.
Excellent, very good. Right, nearly at the main bit. I just want to say one thing though. Like we've talked a lot about rituals and mystical things and the goddess and stuff, and I think it's worth saying for new people that for some people in the society, all of what we do in these festivals are deeply spiritual things that mean an awful lot to them in the concept and the meaning. But for other people, it is also a performance thing, and it's an expression of creativity and joy and community. And something I personally love about this society is that it doesn't matter which end of that spectrum you fall on or somewhere in the middle. So wherever you think you might fall, there is a place for you here. It is really cool like that. I just wanted to say that. Right, so we're in the bit where the GOs talk. Now, GOs already mentioned. GO stands for Group Organisers. Doing some jargon busting, the new people. We have groups. I say we've got a couple of hundred people that are involved in this. They are divided up into groups of volunteers, mad volunteers who do mad things, and they are led by our group organisers, who are these people sitting at the tables around who are about to come and talk to you. If you want to be in a group, there will be auditions, basically, that you can go to. There will be rehearsals to go to if you get into it. Most groups have some sort of little communal pot that everyone chips some money into to pay for things like rehearsal space and stuff like that. These are things that will probably be mentioned, but I'm just pre-warning you what they're talking about. Anything else obvious that I should say at this point? I don't think so. I'm looking at you. Pressure's on you. Anything? Come on, do it.
What's your favourite cryptid?
What's my favourite cryptid?
Yeah.
Oh, I quite like Bigfoot. It's pretty good. Shambling around living his life. What's an away weekend? An away weekend is a thing that some groups do, where they go away for a weekend together. Yeah, some of them will be mandatory if you want to be in the group, some of them will not. Some of them will be staycations where you just take a day and wander around outside for a bit. Okay, now let's explain that. And also, if you don't catch any of the details that are being said when they're saying it, they will be on the website, and you can also, at the end of all of this, you can go to these desks and talk to them and ask them questions. You thought something? Yeah, you said that it's at the end of October. When exactly is summer?
Isn't actually the 1st of September. No, it's the 31st.
It was yesterday.
We missed it. Right, that's enough of me. We're doing groups now, and we're going in alphabetical order, because that's the order I wrote it down in. So the first group is beasties. Oh, and hang on, yes, some of the groups have noises. If you're sensitive to noises, like gongs, I pre-warn you, some of them are probably beasties, because there's a drum. That's you through, right, beasties!
When the nights go long and cold, and people have to dance to stay warm, whose beat is it they dance to? Is it yours? When the frost threatens, who has the courage, the audacity to look winter in the face and say, come through us first? Who has the nerves, the stamina, and the discipline to say, these are our guys, and they are tight, and they are strong, and they are sexy. And we will dance until our bones release. Exactly. This is a physical group, it's a challenging group, and it is a warm group. And if you've got the drive and the determination and the beat, then we're over there. And in years to come, you'll turn to your friends and you will say, damn right, I was pleased.
Very atmospheric. Very little factual information given. If you want to know that, you can go and ask, or you can look on the website. Our next one, following the alphabet, this group that bones are mentioned and bones are coming. We have bone points.
Yes, we are spooky, we are scary, we are skeletons. We are bonfire. We are here to remind the Summer King of his inevitable and inexorable fate that is coming for him whether he likes it or not. We will be hovering ominously, foreboding, forewarning, and also getting a little bit silly with it. We only have a couple of hours out of the ground, so why not get a little bit fun with it? We will mostly be doing some character and audience interaction, character work, some cool costuming, if that's right, and limited movement.
We will be doing some costume work, some limited movement, a little bit of audience interaction, a little bit of scripted stuff. We really want to kind of interact with people who join us, see what kind of our level is at. Want to really encourage people who've never done a festival before. Both of us have just started last year, so we know what it's like to just come in and be in this space, and it's quite scary. But we were really lucky, and it's an amazing time. We want that for you guys as well. With the costuming, I've been building a little bit of a supply of buy-and-save fabric, but you know, if you can afford to get your own, you'll have more choice. And for our staycation, we're not going anywhere, staying. It's not mandatory. We'd love it if you could make it, but again, we want to be really flexible for you. And have I missed anything? I don't think so.
Rehearsal, open competition.
Oh yes. Oh well, I can't remember the dates off my head.
They are on our table, and our first open edition is Saturday. Yes, 1 week.
How many rehearsals a week?
So there will be 2 rehearsals a week, but you only need to come to one of them, so there'll be a weekend one and a weekday one. So if you're like, I've got 2 in the week and I don't want to come to stuff afterwards, you can come to the weekend one. If you're like, I want weekends, and that's bad, and you come to the weekday one. That's all. Done!
I feel like I should have prepared a pun for every group. I did not. Next we're jumping straight through the alphabet from B all the way to N. We've got, I think I've pronounced this right, Namorica? Namorica? Yeah, N, over there.
Welcome. We are Namorica, a semi-roaming group who will be swooping through the performance and foretelling the impending doom of all those who meet our gaze. We may be bragged by shiny objects, but I cannot promise that that's going to actually do anything to change our fate. Sorry about that. Disclaimers. But yes, we are a low commitment group. We are looking to do our mandatory practices on a Wednesday. This may have to flex because lockdowns. But we also have an optional practice on a Sunday. And I'll be putting the costuming and just trying to get to know each other. What's that, Edgar? What's that? Oh, you need to tell them what open practices are. Care about that. Where are they, Edgar?
Come on.
Edgar, come on. We gave you coffee. Love of mercy, Edgar. Yes. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week, from 7 till 9. We shall meet at the crossroads, a little walk, and then move on to
Squawk Pot.
yes, if you would like to come along and do a little bit of shrieky fun and like to mess with the audience a little bit, and maybe some of the performers if they consent, of course, then come on down. We'd love to see you there. You're squabbling.
If you wish to be an avatar of folk dread, one of the birds of the Morrigan, we're right over there.
Yes.
How many of us are there? Well, right now there is 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. But how many might there be?
See how many can you get through that song, Charlie?
1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for...
A general note, everyone who's speaking coming up, either be loud or use the mic, because there are some people at the back that are struggling to hear all of it, and we don't want that. Talking of loud, I have been warned that this one is going to get loud, so that's presumably good. We have Obsidian!
I'm Nico. I'm Jacob. Practices tomorrow. Wednesday and Friday, 7 till 10. Our regular practices are Wednesdays, 7 till 10, and Sundays, 12 till 4. We also have a staycation weekend on the 29th.
My commitment group, we are doing fire spinning and acrobatics together because we're cool like that. If you are cool and you want to end the sticky hedonistic chaos of summer, come chat with us. We'll be up in this corner. We have a bit of a reputation sometimes for taking ourselves seriously. On the outside, we're frosty and ferocious, but on the inside, we can promise you that all the time we'll have a really powerful
There we go. Nico can project the back upside down, so no one else has any excuse. This next group, they literally want to rain on our parade. What is Petrichor?
That is excellent.
Hi. We'd like to talk to you about rain. Why do we fear rain? Why do we lament its moist fingers slapping our faces? Petrichor will revel in the joy of rain and encourage, nay, mandate that it rain on the night of Samhuinn.
Hit the gong!
The rain is something to be enjoyed all year round. For this festival, we will be aligning ourselves with winter. And so we will be focusing on making space for the parts of winter we don't normally look forward to. We will precipitate the sound of rain and thunder to interact with, as well as giving them rainwater.
Yeah, I'm very happy to pull the thing off the middle of the screen. Sorry? Hold that.
What are we doing this
Right, we're putting in a mandatory microphone use for everyone from now on because it's still loud. Although it's probably good that you didn't use the microphone because it's got electricity and stuff. It's over here. On that note, next group also like machinery. Yay! It's photo points.
We're going to have a talk about this.
I'm Nate, and I'm going to be running Photo Point this festival. In the most basic of terms, we take pictures, but in reality, it's actually quite a lot more than that. So, Photo Point are the volunteer documentary team who are at the heart of immortalising the Society's history. We capture a bit of magic of Samhuinn on the night for folks to look back at after the festival is done, and we make it available thereafter online and across the world. We take a little something from every group and give it back in full Technicolor glory. We're looking for a small group of photographers with diverse experience and perspectives who want to work with each other and with the performers to take brilliant photos and have a great time together. We're going to spend some time in the run-up, sharing our collective knowledge and skills, practicing low-light photography and documenting group preparations. We may also have space for a self-motivated videographer or two if you've got hankering to try those skills behind the scenes at the FX, but I know nothing about it so much. We're looking for folk who have their own camera equipment already, and who know the basics of how to point at things and press the button. But genuinely, do not be shy if you don't know much about photography, if you're fairly new to it, if you haven't had much experience. Keenness really is the key. I did this for the first time last year. We are a moderate and high commitment group. Commitment will ramp up during the next 2 months and then continue for a good 2 weeks after the festival as we work through editing the many photos that we're going to take on the night. For September, we're going to be meeting on Sundays, 7 till 9, with some online and optional Wednesdays, also 7 till 9. In October, there'll be a more variable mix of days, just depending on what's going on, all of which will be fairly flexible in terms of commitment. I'm going to be joined in this endeavour during the run-up by some folk who can't quite be GOs and who haven't unfortunately been able to make it here today. One of them being the wonderful Iris, who was in Folk Point with me last year, who will be helping me run meetings. The other being Ross, previous Folk Point GO and wonderful other person. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about us, we'll be over there after. I say we speak.
Very good. Very point are actual heroes. We're this one's probably going to be loud because it involves drums again, but I don't know. And it's the Pukai?
Hello. I am Torrin.
I'm Alex.
Simone is here.
Hi. Oh my gosh, okay. So we are a drum and hopefully brass and saxophone group. We are based on kind of a mix of the pukai plural, and we are trickster, mischievous, little vague, goblin-y creatures who are going to cause some havoc, try and keep people entertained as we celebrate the time of the seasons. Practical stuff.
Here are the facts. Open practices. Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. Our sign is visible more than anyone else's. Those practices will be Wednesday evenings and Sunday afternoons. Away weekend will be the 29th to the 1st, but only the Saturday is mandatory, and we will be asking for a group contribution because drum house space is expensive.
We are looking for people who play brass or sax who have a little bit of experience, have your own instrument. You don't need to be an expert. If you played 20 years ago and you haven't touched it, it's been in a cupboard, bring it out, come to an open, see if you enjoy. But for drummers, we are taking anyone and everyone. If you can clap along to a song, great. We have lots of drums to learn out. Anything else? We have, so Simone is the one who plays saxophone, who's not here, but I have a prop. I'm trying to remember, so...
beautiful. Right, we're now for something very different. I believe this is pronounced sip. Is that right? She's a sheep. Okay, well, let's give it away what it is now. It's sheep.
Hello, yes. We are sheep. We are the fairy flock. We're a flock of fairy sheep. Seriously, I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. We are a flock of fairy sheep. We're a prize flock of sheep. We're very fancy and special. And on the night, we will be breaking out of our pen and wandering around the festival grounds and causing chaos and trouble for anyone who gets in our way. We will go where we shouldn't. We will eat things we probably shouldn't. We will stare in unison at people until it's awkward. There will also probably be some dancing. There will definitely be flocking. And there will definitely, you better believe there will be bleating. So, why should you join? Yes, there are going to be so many. Yes, we're a low-medium commitment group. We will be focusing on character and costuming, and there will be low-key mischief and bamming of the participants on the night, so it's going to be very fun. Our open practices will be on Wednesday the 6th of September, 6 p.m. till 9 p.m, and Saturday the 9th of September, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. And our regular practices will also be Saturday, 11 till 2. These are all taking place in Holyrood Park. And there will be optional Wednesday evenings where we'll be focusing on costuming. So yeah, if you want any more information, you can email sheep@beltane.org. That's a normal sheep, not our spelling. Or sign up for our team. We are just over there. Thank you very much.
That was a very impressive amount of sheep puns you managed to ram in there. Talking of impressive, our next group are also heroes of the Beltane Village Society. Please welcome your stewards!
Hi everyone, I'm Andy. I'm going to be running the stewards group for this song festival. I'm very glad we've already got a new recruit in young Maya there, but I think we should mind with local people instead. But anyway, in terms of what we do on the evening as stewards, we have a sort of double focus in sort of safety and storytelling. Safety is just to basically make sure that everyone has an enjoyable evening and goes home without being set on fire, unless of course that's been planned for. And in terms of the storytelling, sometimes the performances may take a bit of interpretation. So we are there to sort of help the audience understand what's going on. We will be helping to tell the stories of the various characters and performers who will be there on the night. In terms of practical details, our first practice will be tomorrow. Not really that much of a practice. We're going to be meeting in Holyrood Park. We're going to have a bit of a wander around, introduce you to the festival, to the society, and to the location where we're going to be having it, which is Holyrood Park, by the way. I don't think anyone has mentioned that yet. But in terms of the practical details, I guess we are a fairly low commitment group. We're going to have one practice for a couple of hours every Sunday afternoon and sort of optional social things during the week. Our first open practice is tomorrow. That is the first of 6 open practices, essentially, because we don't actually close the group until fairly late on in the run-up. You're welcome to come along for as many of those as you can make. The more the better, particularly if you're new to Beltane or to the... Yes, if new to Beltane Society. We're a good group to join if you are new. If this is your first festival, you can come in and you'll get an overview of what's involved, get to know some of the various people and costumes. But yeah, so we are over there. Come and talk to any of the people wearing high-vis vests, except maybe Maya, because she's not sure what's going on. Yeah, come along, say hi. Thank you. Goodbye. were played.
Alright, talking of... Oh, no, that's another one. Hang on, no, we've got to go from heroes to more heroes. I got the order in my head. It's tech!
Yes.
So, what do tech do? Tech do lots of things, apart from being heroes. Can you hear me better now? Yes. So, tech do lots of things. We build the stage. We make sure that fire is in the right place. So the torches, who you'll hear later, make some fire. We then transfer the fire to all around the festival site. And then we make sure only the things that are on fire are on fire. There may be some whooshes and bangs. So what are we looking for from somebody in tech? No existing skills, willing to learn. We have fire-related things, we have non-fire-related things. We have things that maybe need some strength, we have things that need less strength. When do we meet? We meet on Sundays, probably, Sunday afternoons in the run-up. We're quite low commitment, so we maybe have two or three practices. So we'll learn skills like putting out fire, lighting fire, things not to do with fire. Drinking tea, we drink tea. Coffee. So when's our first meeting? It's, similar to Stuart's, we are available for sign-ups until probably the first walkthrough, second walkthrough. So our first meeting will be a week on Sunday, so that's the 10th of September, at our stores in Leith. Lots of interesting things in there. And if you've got any questions or you want to sign up first, I'm in the corner, the tech, looking like a bumblebee.
That was exactly 2 minutes. Very good. Right, our next group are another good group to join if you're new. They'll probably say that themselves. We're going to have, I've been told to warn you, there may be a sudden loud noise at the end. Ooh. But here they come looking ominous. It is the torchies or torchbearers.
We have to talk about torches to people. Fire! We make all the fire. All of it from scratch. And then we carry it around stoically and in silence so everyone can see. Yeah, like that. They don't get to see what they're doing without us. And this year, we have some fun stuff to play with. Torch bearing is low commitment and low cost. You don't need to be buff. You definitely don't need to be able to act. And we're the warmest people there. We do have to get close to the performers and the witnesses, though.
There was indeed a sudden loud noise at the end. Right, we've got one more group, then we've got two more extra things after that. And I'm going to bring on our final group, which is The Wild Hunt!
When all the world has gone to sleep, the hunters to the forest creep. From out the wildwood comes the call. The hunt is life, the hunt is all. An ancient forest beckons me to run sky-clad amongst the trees. My lusty spirit cannot wait, the gentle deer to penetrate. Cornelius, lord of beasts, he grunts. Come join us for the wild hunt.
We are the Wild Hunt. We are cryptid creatures and spectral beings here to take what we want. We are the shadow that you don't fully trust when you're walking home. We are the monster under the bed that your parents told you about. We are the nightmares that kept you awake as a child and still keep you awake now. We will be a medium commitment but high intensity group. We will be mostly roaming around the crowd, scaring the loving Jesus out of everyone locally. We're neither summer nor winter, we are our own thing, but if you want to be a wild hunter but you haven't fully let go of summer yet, we will have a small contingent in our group of summer beings who want to die horrifically. So, yeah, very cathartic, darling. Our opens will be at the Pavilion Cafe in the Meadows, Sunday 3rd tomorrow, 1 till 5, Wednesday 6th, 7 till 9, and Saturday 12 till 4. Our regular rehearsals will be Sundays 2 till 5 in the Quarry and Craig Miller Park, with optional Wednesdays 7 till 9 p.m. indoors at various flat locations in Edinburgh. We have a staycation on the 7th and 8th of October. That is mandatory. We'll be doing lots and lots of stuff.
Oh no, it's scary! I'm going to ring the alarm gong!
Come talk to us over in there.
Right, that's it with groups. However, we have a couple of extra things aren't groups. There's stuff you can do. They'll explain it. Hannah's going to come and talk about body doubling.
Hello, my name is Hannah and my co-organiser for this group is Flavie, but she couldn't be here today. And we are running body doubling. So body doubling in its simplest form means performing a task in the presence of someone else. It's a really good motivator for you to just kind of get stuff done. In the case of this group, it is an online group, so I send out the meeting link about half an hour before the group starts, which is on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock, starting from the 12th of September, so not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. This group is an act of self-care, and I enjoy sharing this with the community. It's something I do in a period where we can get quite busy with all the stuff and all the excitement. This is 2 hours where you can prioritise your own tasks and we can all get them done together. So tasks can be related to the festival. There's costuming to be done. You can practice your drum tunes. You can do all sorts of things. You can do household tasks like the dishes, cook yourself a nice meal, do some laundry. We've even had people join us from their office before to get actual work done. Or you can use the time to do something that helps you relax. This 2 hours is yours to use as you please in the virtual company of others. This group can be done alongside whatever other groups that you join, or you can just join us without joining any of the other groups. That's also cool. So as I say, we meet online Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. And if you want to speak to me more about it, I'm over in the back corner over there, and I have chocolate.
We're going to get this further up in anticipation.
So last but not least, we have the mysterious and creative whirlpool that is Helisphere.
Howdy all, I'm AJ and in spirit here is Alan. Helisphere, aka Curious Collaborative Creative Construction. It's less as a group that you join and more of a resource for the entire community. So as a society, we have a warehouse and workshop called Beltonia, a place of magic and wonder. Where all are welcome, regardless of skill or experience. Basically, if you have costumes, props, projects, anything related to Samhuinn, anything you want to make, anything you can dream of that you maybe think you might want to make. If you don't know if or how it can be done, we are the people to talk to. So we have a huge variety of tools, resources, and most importantly, experience both in Beltonia and in the community. So we have, open sessions where on Saturdays anybody is welcome to come in and basically say between 10 and 4 p.m, I don't know how to do this, I want to do this, I have this idea, that's what we're here for. During the week, we will run closed sessions that your GOs will talk to you about and organise for things like whole group prop making, adding fire to anything and everything, building sets, building things, anything that you want to do as a group. Again, we have the resource, we have the space, we have a craft room, so come and see us. Is there anything else?
Alright, that's it. That's all of them. You've done them all. I will now stop. You can have the rest of this time. When are we going to? Where are we going to? Oh, we've got a whole hour. We've got a whole hour to min around and talk with these wonderful people who are organising these wonderful groups for you. Any more questions, like when the beasties meet, you can find that out at their tables. And now I will ceremoniously hit the gong to declare it ending, because I want to.